Hello to all my lovely subscribers. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your support through my first year of YouTube. I really appreciate it. It's been overwhelming and I'm humbled by your comments and your responses to my YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing and for sharing and for commenting on my channel. And for all those wonderful subscribers that have booked private readings, it's been an absolute delight connecting with you and putting faces to my subscribers and making that connection. So thank you for this wonderful response and support to my YouTube channel. I'd also like to take this opportunity to wish you all an absolutely happy festive season. Enjoy your family and friends. Enjoy this time that is about connecting and working together in love and in light. For all of those people that aren't celebrating Christmas at this time of the year for different religious reasons or different reasons, I wish you still a very, very happy end of year, and may you all have a really prosperous and happy 2019 ahead. So to everyone, enjoy the time that you have with friends and family, and a very, very happy Christmas to those of you that are celebrating Christmas, and to those that are not, I wish you a happy holiday and enjoyment with family members. Enjoy the time together. So till next time, I hope you enjoy your December readings that I bring to you. Hello my lovely Aries, welcome to your December 2018 reading. It's already December 2018, the last reading of the year, which is a culmination of everything that's happened through the year, bringing it to December and laying the foundations for 2019. My lovely Aries, this is a general reading for you. Also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. So have a listen to that as well. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, follow the link to my website and you can book a personal reading from there. So let's get on with December and see what's in store. So the first card you've got here is the Tower. And the Tower, people go, oh no, the Tower, oh my goodness. I feel, what my guides are saying here with the Tower is it's really a tower. It's a breaking down of walls within you. So it's breaking down your inner walls, breaking down what's holding you back, breaking down that wall that we build around ourselves because of things that have happened in the past as a protective element, but also walls of attitudes and behaviors and repetitive patterns, things patterns that keep repeating in our lives. December's going to be a month for you of reflection, a month where you're going to look at what behaviors keep repeating, what needs to be reassessed, what needs to be looked at, what needs to be changed, what walls are you needing to bring down to bring in the changes that you are just craving, the changes that you're needing, the changes that you're going to move on to. So I feel like that's what the Tower is. The Tower is a personal representation of what's going to be happening in the beginning of December, where you're given this opportunity to look at the shadow self, to look at the subconscious, to look at what barriers have been built over time, what walls are there, what behaviors keep repeating themselves that are no longer serving you, what patterns are repeating themselves in your life that aren't beneficial to you, aren't good for your growth. It's not helping you move forward. So it's about looking at that in the beginning of December. So that's quite a big thing. I'd say to you, okay, well, there you go. That's it for December for you. Let's just deal with that because that's big. That's really big. It's really hard to, looking at ourselves, looking at our behaviors, looking at what we're doing is one of the hardest things. To self-evaluate is one of the hardest things. Also call in, if you've got friends that you can trust, friends you feel comfortable with, ask them to sit around and call them in and say, I'm wanting to bring changes in. I'm seeing patterns in my life and I don't really see where it's coming from or what I'm doing to contribute to them. And people can often give you insights into that, that part of you that we hide from ourselves so well. Everybody does. So it's going to be a real time for you to self-evaluate, look at those things. What's going to cause that? What's crossing you is the King of Wands. And of course, Wands is you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male or female. But I feel like it's you. I feel like this is a representation of you. It's about looking at the self. Again, it crosses the tower. So it's about you looking at, it reinforces to me what I said about the tower, that it's not external forces at work here, external forces bringing physical change in your life. I don't get a sense of that. I get a sense of it's internal forces that are causing that self-reflection, internal forces that are presenting themselves as a need for you to look at yourself and bring in the change that is going to benefit you in December. Powerful stuff. That's really powerful stuff. On a subconscious level, it's you reflecting. It's you reflecting on your achievements. This is the 3 upright cups that we've got here. What you've achieved, the goals you've achieved, what you've got in your life, what you can be grateful for, what you show appreciation for, people in your life, material gains, work, children, grandchildren, what you have in your life that you can show gratitude and appreciation for. But it's also, you've got that, and that's a great foundation, but you're also looking towards the skies for this other cup, and that is, I've got this, but where do I want to move to? I don't want to be stationary. I want to progress. I want to grow on a spiritual level. I want to grow. It's this need for growth, for self-exploration, for expansion of the self, for a deeper understanding of the self, of where you are, of who you are, and where you're headed. So it's having that understanding, that force from within is really going to be working on you. It's about that self-reflection. It's about that inner knowing. December's going to be that sort of month. It's a real spiritual month. It's a real month of self-acknowledgement and self-growth, because what that's doing is, the sword is thought processes, it's new learning. And this is in your recent past where there has been a trigger. Something's happened that has been a trigger, and if it hasn't happened, it will happen soon. There's a trigger. Something has triggered this. Something has triggered these thought patterns. Something has triggered this self-reflection. And that's going to be different for all of you. What is it? Is it the collapse of a relationship? Is it the change of a family structure? Is it children leaving home and finding yourself with a lot of time on your hands for self-reflection, for looking at what it is you want and how you want to progress? It's new learning that's coming in. So this is what's happening. This is the trigger that set this ball in motion. This is what set this energy in motion for you. And there's no stopping it. It's like the floodgates have opened. Now, you can go as deep as you want, or you can decide, no, I'm not going to look at that at all. And there could be a real block there. It's going to be to your benefit to really look at that and have that self-reflection, because what that's going to do in your reality, in your conscious world, in how you're living, is it's going to allow you to move on to the new greener pastures. It's allowing you to move on from a situation that's not working for you to one that's going to be beneficial to you. It's giving you a passage out of difficulty. It's giving you a passage out of difficulty. And all these swords in this boat here, they're the swords of knowledge. What have you learned? What wisdom have you gained? What insight have you gained? How can you use that to improve your situation, to improve your thinking, to improve your perception, to improve your reality? By doing that inner work, you're going to change your reality. You're going to change how you see things. So December is really, the first couple of weeks, a real working month. And I would say it's going to be the whole month of inner work. People around you may not realize that that's even happening to you, that you're even going through that. It's that inner change that may be very, very subtle to the people around you, but will be very profound to you, very profound in your inner changes. Now, if you do that work, depending on how much of that work you do, what's lying ahead for you is this great karmic balancing of the scales. You stand to gain a huge amount in your life. You stand to gain a huge amount in how you work and what the people around you and how people perceive you, but more importantly, how you perceive yourself, how you see your future moving ahead, how you see how you're dealing with things. It's this growing up sort of opportunity of seeing things in a very different light, turning things around. Life is perception. Life is all about your perception of it, and this is giving you an opportunity to shed those layers and look at life differently and reap the rewards of what's around you and the potential of what is around you. It's moving towards the Ten of Swords, which tells me that, excuse me, there is an ending to this work, to this. It's about, tens are completions. It's a completion of a cycle. It's a completion of this cycle of learning, of thinking, of reevaluating, of using the mind to really process where you're at. There's an ending of that, and instead of it being a burden, it can be enlightening. It can be information, knowledge, wisdom that you take moving forward, changing your perception and then creating the reality that you're wanting. So there's this completion. It will come to completion. Towards the end of December, there's going to be a completion of this inner work. This is the energy that's going to be around you. So it's a great opportunity to be able to do this inner work and grow from it. People will notice. You're going to reach this point of being really pleased with yourself, really pleased, emotionally balanced. Your whole vista is going to change. The way you see life, the way you interact with people, the way you deal with things is just, there's this rebirth of a new you that is going to bring you the love and the security and the balance and the harmony that you're wanting. And this can also be embody you. Your body, your home, bringing you that peace and that playfulness and that lightness and that feeling safe and secure with who you are and where you're headed, and understanding the part that the past has played on the future of who you are. Wow, it's a really profound month for you. There's a lot of information here. There's a lot to process. There's a lot for you to take on, which brings us to this one, which is really, there's a lot for you to take on. There's a balancing of the external world and the internal world. This is what we're balancing here. The external world and the internal world, and there's a balancing and evaluation. What doesn't suit you? What does suit you? What do you want to keep? What do you want to get rid of? And in the physical world, it's, do you want to keep working where you are, or do you want to work somewhere else? Do you want to retrain? Do you want to work differently? Do you want to have your own business? Do you not want to have your own business? Do you want to change your work hours? They're changes that you're making through your perception, through that inner work. And there's this balancing and weighing of all the situations in your life. What is working for you? What's not working for you? What do you want to keep? What do you not want to keep? You're balancing that, balancing the inner self and the outer self, the inner self that nobody sees and the outer self that you present to the world. Reevaluating, rebalancing. What does that all lead to? By the end of December, it's going to lead to this Again, the Queen of Wands, male or female, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this is you. This is you. And all this work, all of this inner work is going to lead to a new you. One that is in touch with the self, one is in touch with the feminine side, one that is in touch with your intuition, with your creativity, with your passions, with what you want to do, with your sense of peace, but also being fiery, also being adventurous, not scared to try new horizons, test new horizons, change things, bringing the passion back into your life, bringing that interest and that enthusiasm and that sense of fun into your life, bringing in that new learning, that teaching to others is going to do for you. So there's this new you. So by the end of this process, when we get to the end of December, there's going to be this rebirthing of you, Aries, and that's going to be carried into January, which holds wonders as a new person and new beginning. A new year, new beginning, and a new you is just absolutely remarkable. And that's primarily the energy that you're going to be working in. It's going to be an internal energy. It's going to be a subconscious, working on a subconscious level, working on an internal level, working on the self. That's what December's going to be for you, and it will demonstrate a huge amount of growth, a huge amount of change, and that internal change is going to, in January, reflect into your outer world. So it's going to be extremely beneficial to you to do the work. Obviously, the more work you do, the deeper you dig, the more you look at taking the rose-colored glasses off and really being critical, really looking at yourself, looking at the self, looking at the shadow. The more you do that, the more you stand to gain. That's going to be reflected in your outer world, outer existence, relationship with others, relationship with the self. It will trigger changes in how you work, how you earn your money, how you live your life. And that goes for people that are retiring as well. You know, learning never stops. From cradle to grave, it never stops. It just keeps going, and that's how we grow. I'm going to take a card from the Angels of Abundance for you to summarize and give a clear meaning to what's going on here, which is really interesting. Let me put my glasses on. Okay, so we've got dreams of abundance. And, you know, to me, the dream world is the world of the subconscious. The dream world is the world of your shadow, is the world of your subconscious, is that hidden realm that comes out in our dreams. So it's interesting that you've got that card, because that's very much what's coming through for you. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions, which is what this month is about for you. And don't be surprised if your dream life is going to be activated. You are going to get messages from your guides. You are going to get messages from a higher source. And inspiration. It's going to be a big shift for you, a huge shift for you, Aries. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal, because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. And that's just a beautiful card, because the changes that are going to occur in you are going to manifest in your reality. So that is just so appropriate for you, my lovely Aries. And it's going to bring you so much inner peace. You're just going to glow. You will glow. Your energy will just permeate out into your reality and bring the abundance and everything that you're seeking into your reality. To change your external, you must change internal. Okay, it's the internal changes you create first, and then you see it in your external environment. That's how it is. I hope this reading makes sense to you, my lovely Aries. I hope you find it beneficial in December, a great way to end the year, to prepare yourself and lay the foundation for 2019. I wish you many, many blessings and a very happy festive season.